There was a time that I thought, I just don't know anything. In fact, I was listening into a conversation and thought, I have no idea what they're talking about. They know stuff that I don't know, and it came to the came to the point where I wanted to know something.
Before I started this college program, I had very little education. And I literally had to start an ABE class. It was really difficult for me. I had no confidence, no self-esteem. I was broke down. I didn't believe in myself one bit. And I had this tape rolling through my head that I was no good, that I'll never amount to anything.
In the fall of 2006, I was approached by two motivated young men, Tony and Sean, to start a college program at Oregon State Correctional Institution. I then went to Chemeketa and to the Department of Corrections to gain approval to have a program, and both said it really was the right thing to do. In the winter of 2007, we started our first class. It was a self-pay class, and we offered a business environment class with 8 students enrolled in the class. Spring term, we offered another class with Laura Murphy Cole. It was a geography class. During that term, a generous citizen in our community saw a program on 60 Minutes. The program focused on a college program in a maximum custody prison in upstate New York. And as he watched the program, he was wondering, what are we doing in Salem? The following day, he contacted our president and asked, what are we doing? What's Chemeketa doing? She then connected him with my dean, Ron Bassett-Smith, who then suggested that he call me. I did receive the call just a few days later, and I don't know this person. He introduces himself, and he says he's interested in a college program, supporting one here in Salem, and what can we do? And I'm thinking, yes, really, someone's going to support a college program in prison. But I kept myself, I kept professional, and I listened and started writing down notes, and I told him I would definitely get back with him in a couple of days with a proposal on what we could do and what we could offer. As soon as I get off the phone, I call my boss, and I said, do you know this person? And he says, I know this person. I said, is he for real? He said, he's for real. I started working on what would the cost be, and I thought, well, let's just put out a proposal for 2 institutions with 2 classes a term, and all 4 terms, and let's say 20 students a class. And so I put together the proposal, got the figures to our foundation office, who looked them over to make sure that I had done my figures right, and then they gave those figures to the donor, and he said, this looks good, let's do it. When I heard that he approved it, you just can't say enough about, this is just awesome, this is a miracle. And so then the planning begins, and it takes a lot of work to put together a program and to make sure that students are taking the classes that they need that will actually get them to a degree. On top of that, you have to do all the college placement tests and all the different things to make sure they're successful. In the fall of 2007, we started our first funded college program at Oregon State Penitentiary and Oregon State Correctional Institution. During that term, different Chemeketa staff started coming in, and they caught the vision. They saw these men and see that they were anybody's son, anybody's brother that had made a bad decision or a bad choice in life. And they could see the potential in what, really not only what this means for these men, but also what it means to their families and to their children and to our community.
It has transformed what would have been a horrible situation into something positive. So this has made a difference in for the rest of my life. And just having a degree is a point of pride.
It's helped my education in areas like getting jobs and dealing with officers and dealing with inmates and staff. And education gives you the tools to be able to talk and to be able to reason. And so I use that and I fall back on that.
It's helped my time and that, I'm learning and I'm doing something constructive. It's also kind of brought a lot of people together, people that have, in the classrooms and studying together and graduating together.
There was people who don't know me, who have no connection to me, who are absolute heroes in my estimation. These folks have decided to put faith in a person that they don't know. So I'm not sure that there are words to say thank you for something like that.
Most importantly, I want to thank the donor for believing in us. In my eyes, you're an angel, and you help many men change. And you should see, if you could only see it for your own eyes, when the class time's over, all the guys gather together on the units and they study and they help each other. It's so awesome for what you're doing. I want to thank you for that from the bottom of my heart.
I want to thank the donor so much, it's not even funny. I wish I knew who it was so that I could write him a letter, just telling him how incredible this opportunity is that he's given us. I mean, it's wow. You know, I mean, I hope that someday I'm in the same position that he's in, that I can give back even a tenth of what he's given us. It's so fantastic.
I'd also like to thank the donor, of course. It's just simply put, the program wouldn't be available if it weren't for him. And it's really affected a lot of people's lives, and that effect has a nice ripple effect on our families and on our communities when we turn to them. And so it's really beneficial and appreciated.
One would have to thank the people who have donated to this program. Not only the person who has donated the large amount, but even the people who donate small amounts. Being able to say, hey, I'm gonna throw 10, 15, 20, $100 at something it seems to me it's a lot easier to say, no, I'm not gonna bother, because what's that little bit gonna do? But people, not only people from outside of this institution, but even some of the students have donated money.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Nancy Green and Betsy Simpkins and all the people that have tutored me. There's a couple inmates, specifically Nick McCarty, who has gone above and beyond helping me with my math. Pepe Rivas has continually helped me with my math. So, and my family, who's helped support me and been encouraging and helped me a little bit financially. So those are the people that I want to thank, because without them, I wouldn't be able to have getting to the point where I can graduate this term.
I would like to thank, Chemeketa, first and foremost, for coming in here and making this available to us. The administration for allowing this to happen. All the teachers and the tutors and Nancy Green and Betsy Simpkins, and primarily our anonymous donor, whom without his generosity, I would not think this would have been possible. So, and my folks and the family, the family that supported me throughout all this. So,
first and foremost, thank the donor. Without the donor's help, I wouldn't be here today. Nancy Green would be second. She's phenomenal with this college program here to go above and beyond to help each and every one of us students. She's always there willing to help us, to get us into the classes, to get us for the grants, whatever we need, she's there. Betsy Simpkins, she's phenomenal. She's great. All the instructors, all the professors that come from Chemeketa to help us here to get the education, and also OCI administration and the staff to let us get to our call-outs, to let us get here, to let you guys come in and help us so we can get our education.
And then set it down.
I have enjoyed the support of my friends and family. If there was a research paper that I couldn't quite find enough information on, if there, maybe there was a point, for example, in the beginning stages of the college inside, I was paying a full tuition, and that's really hard to do on the amount of money that you can make in here. So I did see a little bit of financial support from friends and family.
I want to thank my family for after all that I've done, all the pain that I've caused them, all the hurt that I've caused them, for them to still believe in me and not to give up on me and to invest in me. You know, you guys didn't have to do that, but you guys stood by my side through thick or thin, and you guys encouraged me to keep pushing myself forward. I mean, I am the luckiest man on this planet to have a family like you guys that love me and support me in every way. I love you guys, you know, and one day I'm gonna make you guys extremely proud of me, and I'll be able to give back to all of you for what you guys given me.
I have to thank my family because they, from the beginning, instilled in me a desire for education. Even when I'm not in college programs, they are pushing me to educate myself. So them and the people who have come into my life since then, who have said, get education, get education, get education, take everything you can while you're there, have been huge parts of this.
How about 15? Is that right?
And then, of course, there's all the instructors who have chosen to enter prison and come in here and to teach a bunch of knuckleheads inside here. I mean, that's got to be a little bit intimidating in itself.
I don't know how it is for each individual, but I'm sure for some individuals, it's coming into a prison to teach might be stepping outside of a comfort zone. So it's appreciated that they're willing to do that and come in here and try things out.
I was short timed. I mean, I'm getting out, and so for me to get my degree, I've had to get a credit here, a credit there, and so there's been some fantastic teachers that have helped out me get those single credits and the stuff I need to so that I can graduate on time.
It is just as easy to work on campus, and in fact, it's probably easier because you have all the resources right there at Chemeketa. But to come in here into an environment that people aren't aware of and to deal with the stress that I know is part of going through the gatehouse and coming in through control and getting doors opened and finding break periods, that people who are educated and have the choice not to still do it, it's hard lifting.
I would like to thank Nancy Green for her, because to me, I know that this program to her is more than simply a job or a task, that she puts in a lot of extra effort. I really appreciate, people, her and people like that can, really give, give themselves over to the program. And that I think is the reason why the program, one of the big reasons why the program succeeded.
I would like to thank Ms. Green and Ms. Betsy for their time, their dedication, and their patience, and for them having so much compassion and belief in this program and passion for this program, and for them to want to really help us.
I don't know that thanks is even touching the gratitude that I feel. So what an incredible group of people and what role models.
You lose a piece of humanity while you're in here, and for somebody to volunteer to come in and teach a college class gives us that piece of humanity back, and it shows us that we're okay. And for these people to volunteer to come in and do this shows us that.
My time in prison has been completely transformed. I mean, transformed.
It's phenomenal just to be in here, to have Chemeketa come in here to help us get a degree. So when we get out of here, we can better ourselves, to show to our families, our friends, that being in prison is not all that bad, because you can make it the best you want to make it in here. And I just pass on to all my fellow friends and other students that are in the program, never give up, do your best, and you will succeed like I did.
Thank you.
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 Thank you so very much. Thank you.